Dear student, how are you? Today we are in lecture number 2 of chemical kinetics for NEET and JEE. In last lecture we discussed some concept, some trick, some formulas to solve MCQ for NEET and JEE. Here once again some formula. First order reaction. Formula for first order reaction. A0 1/2 raised to n means 1 raised to n means 1. In here 2 raised to n. Otherwise in our book R0 into 1/2 raised to n. This formula gives applicable for first order only. Here R0 means initial concentration, RT means final concentration of the reactant, where N is N times T1 half, where N is N times T1 half. I am giving you question. If initial concentration is 1 molarity, then after 3 times T1 half, RT will be how much? So 1 molarity and 1 half at T1 half time it should be 0.1. Once again after T1 half it will be 0.25. Once again this trick is only applicable for first order. So 3 times T1 half taken. So final concentration will be 0.125 of reactant. Using this formula we can derivation. So final concentration here initial is 1 molarity, 1/2 raised to 3. 3 times T1 half. So 1/8. So direct 0.125 molarity. This is magic. In your exam, time is necessary. In less time we have to solve question. Now another formula for first order I am giving you. If concentration of reactant is R, we are assuming as a 1 part. If 1/16 part is the completed of the reactant for first order, so remaining constant time to complete 1/16, and if K is given of first order, suppose 2 our inverse is given. So formula, how much part is completed of our reaction? 1/16 suppose. Suppose 1/n part is completed. So time taken for first order 1/n times 1/nth part is completed. So 2.303 upon K log 1/1 minus 1/n. By 1 part is suppose initial. Out of 1 part, 1/nth part is completed. So remaining should be comes here in the down. So 1 minus 1/n. Using this formula, we can define time taken to complete 1/nth part of the reaction. Now question I am giving you, if initial concentration is 1 part, in the reaction of first order, K is supposed to our inverse. If 1/16 part is the completed of the reaction, so taking time will be, so we can derive T 1/16. So here 2.3032 log 1/1 minus 1/16. So 2.303 by 2 log 16 minus 1/16. So 2.303 upon 2 log 16 by 15. So here will be log 16 minus log 15. Value of log 16 is 0.2041. Here is 1.2041 and 1.1780. Before point there is 2 digit 1.2041 and 1.1780. When we subtract, so 2.303 upon 2.00.0282 and last answer 0.00322 hour. This is our question. Is complete here. Now for getting order of the reaction, there is a formula. Order of the reaction. How can we derive order of the reaction? To different concentration given. When to different concentration given, and also T1 in both conditions are given, then we can define. I am giving you question. Suppose take 2 molarity concentration of the reactant T1 of is whenever concentration is 2 molarity, so T1 of is 1 hour. At 1 molarity concentration of the reactant, T1 of is supposed 2 hour. So order of the reaction we can define by using this formula. N is equal to 1 plus log 1 log T1 of in first condition minus log T1 of in second condition upon log R1 minus log R2. So we can easily define order of the reaction. How you can see. In first condition is 1, so log 1 minus log 2 upon 2 minus 1. So log R1 means 2 molarity, log 2 minus log 1. So here value of log 1 is 0, value of log 2 is minus 0.3010, value of log 2.3010 here is 0. So 1 minus 0.3010 divided by, so it will be cut, so our order of reaction is 0. We can define so using this formula. Now different methods to derive rate of reaction. Different methods to derive rate of reaction. Actually, order of reaction is a practical phenomenon. We can derive practically, not theoretically. Methods of order of the reaction. First of one, rate law. Our differential rate law. Suppose R gives P is reaction, so we can derive rate is equal to K R raised to X. Here dr upon dt means the rate of reaction. If K is known, when we put a different concentration, suppose concentration is 1 molarity and that is 1, so it should be 1. If concentration is doubled and rate of reaction became 4 times than initial, so here should be 2. Square of 2 gives 4 times. So on the basis of it we can derive rate of reaction. First one. Now integrated rate law. Second one, integrated rate law. Integrated rate law using we can define rate of reaction. For zero order, we know formula is R0 minus RT upon T. R0 is initial concentration, RT means at T time, 10, 20, 30, at T time concentration. If every time K becomes same, so we can say order of reaction is 0. Every time K remains constant, so it should be in this formula when we put the value. R0 is fixed, at different time put the value of RT here. Every time K remain constant, so we can say our rate of reaction is 0. And another, when we plot the graph concentration versus T, if it is linear decreasing line, so we can also say our reaction is 0 order and slope of it gives the rate constant. Now for first order, K is equal to 2.303 upon T log R0 by RT. Same. R0 is initial concentration, RT means at different time concentration when we put the value at different time of interval of concentration here, and derived value every time remains same, so we can say our reaction is first order. If value of K is not the same in different practical, so it not should be first order. Now with help of graph plot log RT versus T. It gives linear and straight line decreasing, so we can say first order reaction, and value of slope will be minus 2 point K upon 2.303. If we are taking plot of linear RT versus T, Here R versus T is linear. Here log RT versus T or linear RT versus T get straight and decreasing. Here slope will be minus k. Here k upon 2.303. So on the basis of it, we can derive order of reaction 0 or first. Integrated rate law. Now third one, Ostwald's isolation method. Third one is Ostwald's isolation method. Whenever reactants are 2 or more than 2. So this method is very useful. Here rate will be k a raised to x, p raised to y, suppose c raised to z. We have to derive with reference to a, order is x, with reference to b, order is y, and with reference to c, order is z. Understood? Everybody understood? Now how to get a? In this method, any one reactant out of 3 should be lowest concentration. We have to take. Now remaining 2, we have to take higher. Here 1 is to 1 is to 1 is ratio. Suppose 0.1 molarity used, so it became 0. Here 0.1 is used, remaining 19.9. Here after using 0.1, it will be 29.9. So we can say A is completely used, where B and C is negligibly used. So here we are assuming constant B and C. Constant with constant K0. So A raised to x. Now we change the concentration of A and rate how much is changed. On the basis of it, we can derive the value of x. Now in second case, A is taken higher, C is higher, and B is very less. So if 0.1 is used, remaining 0, here 29.9, here will be 19.9. So these two we have to take a constant, that is isolation. So here A and C is constant. So on the reference to B, we can derive value of y. And third case, A 20, 30 and 0.1. So here 29.9, here 19.9. So here K constant and AB constant. So C raised to Z we can derive. So this is isolation method of Ostwald. Fourth one is the half-life period method. T1 means half-life time. Universal for every type of order reaction 1 upon R0 raised to n minus 1. If order of reaction is 0, then it will be 0 minus 1. So T0 raised to here 1 upon R0, 0 minus 1 minus 1. So T1 of is directly proportional with initial concentration. Then we can say order of reaction is 0. For 1 minus 1, 0. So it will be 1. T1 of is independent of initial concentration. So it should be first. What about second order? 2 minus 1. So T1 of inversely proportional with initial concentration. So it should be second order. What about third order? 3 minus 1 means 2. T1 of is inversely proportional with square of initial concentration. So we can say order of reaction is 3. With help of these formulas, we can define order of reaction. Now, some reactions are complicated. It occurs in many steps. Some reactions are complicated. So there are four methods to define order of the reaction. Understood? Now, some complex reactions. 3 mole of ClO minus gives ClO3 minus plus Cl minus. Actually, this reaction occurs in two steps. Step 1. ClO collides with each other, gives ClO2 minus and Cl minus. This is very slow. Second step, occurred ClO minus is reacting with third molecule. Here 3 molecules. In first step 2 collides. Occurred product ClO2 minus collide with ClO minus gives ClO3 minus plus Cl minus. This one is the faster. So we know whenever reaction occurs in many steps, so slower one is rate determining step. So in slower one, how many molecules are collide with each other? 2. ClO minus Cl minus. So square of Cl minus. So here order of a reaction is 2. Sometimes reaction occurs in many steps. In the slower one, how many molecules are collides? On the basis of it, we can derive rate law, and on the basis of it, order of reaction. Here, molecularity is also 2. Why? 2 molecules are collide at a time in slower one step. So molecularity is T2 and order of the reaction is 2 for this reaction. Now another example, we are taking ester. Ester, ortho hydroxyamine. Ethyl benzoate, this is ester, is reacting with the base OH minus. First step is reversible, means occurs in both sides and very fast. So here OH minus combines with H plus of OH, and removal of H2O gives intermediate product NHO minus COO C2H5. Now this intermediate, after releasing ethoxide ion, gives a product. This one is a slow. Here ethoxide is removed and these two combines with each other. This is our product. So in a slower step, rate is equal to K into I. I means intermediate. Now in this reaction we have to define value of I. Otherwise we can't get the proper answer. Which one is lower state? This one. So rate equal to K3 into I. K3 into I. So for getting value of I from first equation, in the equilibrium, velocity of forward reaction and velocity of reverse both are same in the reversible reaction. So Vf means K1 into ester into OH minus. Here we are I, water is constant, K2 into I. So value of I will be K1 into ester into OH minus upon K2. Put down value here. So K3 K1 ester into OH minus upon K2. All three are constants, so K0. Ester raised to 1, OH minus raised to 1. So order of reaction is 2. Understood? So some reactions are complicated. So we have to derive like this. Now some reactions occurs only in sunlight. That is called photosynthetic reactions. Some reactions occur in the presence of sunlight. So order will be 0 of that reaction. Some reactions occur only in sunlight or light. I am giving you example. Hydrogen is reacting with chlorine in closed vessel. In the presence of sunlight, it gives hydrochloric acid. So rate of this reaction is equal to K H2 raised to 0 Cl2 raised to 0. Yes. So reaction is 0 order. Rate of reaction for this reaction is not depending upon concentration of hydrogen and chlorine. When we take both reactant in the closed vessel, in the dark room, in absence of sunlight, so it never reacts. When we pass the sunlight, bond breaks between chlorine and free radical occurs and it combines with hydrogen, gives hydrochloric acid. So this reaction is not depending upon concentration of the reactants. It depends upon sunlight. So this type of reaction which occurs in sunlight, photosynthesis like is a 0 order reaction, remember. Now I am giving you some example for first order reaction. Examples of first order reactions. Actually, order of reaction is a practical phenomenon. So we have to remember. We have no any choice without it. Ethene is reacting with hydrogen, gives ethane. So here rate of reaction is equal to K ethene raised to 1. Rate of reaction is not depending upon concentration of hydrogen. It is practically derived. So here order of reaction is 1 in this case. Now in second case, decomposition of N2O5. N2O5 decomposes and gives N2O plus 2NO2 plus 1O2. So here rate is equal to K N2O5 raised to 1, order is 1. Third one, decomposition of hydrogen peroxide gives water and oxygen. So rate equal to K and H2O2 raised to 1. Understood? Fourth one, ammonium nitrite NH4NO2. On the decomposition it gives N2N2H2. Here rate equal to K ammonium nitrate raised to 1. Order is 1. Fifth one, hydrolysis of ester. Ethyl acetate react with water in acidic medium. Here H plus and OH minus. CH3O minus and plus. Here OH combines here H. So ethanol and acetic acid. Here H equal to K and CH3COO C2H5S21. Here also order of reaction is 1. 6 1. Now 6th one, all the reaction radioactives which is natural or artificial, all the radioactive reactions are first order. From the uranium, emission of alpha particles. If radioactive element is natural or artificial, in both cases it is first order. Now hydrolysis of sucrose. Hydrolysis of sucrose. Hydrolysis of sucrose. Sucrose means cane sugar. In acidic medium gives glucose and fructose. Here water is constant, so rate equal to K. And concentration is raised to 1. This one also first order. Now 8th one. Inorganic comes benzene azelenium chloride. React with water gives phenol dinitrogen NHCl. Here H plus and OH minus. H plus combines with Cl as HCl. OH combines with benzene ring, so phenol, and 2 nitrogen removes as N2 gas. So here rate of reaction is only depending upon salt, not of water. So order of reaction is 1. Last example, decomposition of SO2Cl2 gives SO2 plus Cl2. So rate equal to K and SO2Cl2 raised to 1. So order of reaction is 1 now. Now some example for second order reaction. Some example of second order reaction. All the examples we have to remember. Practically derived it is order of reaction of all the example is practically derived. Ethyl acetate react with NaOH gives sodium acetate and ethanol. C2H5O combines with H. ONA here. So CH3COO rate of reaction, order of reaction is 2. Now second, 2NO2 gives 2NO2 gives 2NO plus O2. This one also second order. So it means rate equal to K NO2 raised to 2. Now third one, ozone. Decomposition, ozone gives O2. Here also rate of reaction, order of reaction is 2. 2Cl2 gives Cl2 plus O2. This one also second order. Now find out S2O8 minus 2 when we pass in the solution of potassium iodide. So it gives 2 mole of sulfate and violet colored solid iodine. This one also second order. Now last some example of third order reaction. Some example of third order reaction. Order of reaction is third. So here 2NO plus O2 gives 2NO2. Here rate equal to K, NO raised to 2 and O2 raised to 1. So order of reaction is 3. 2NO plus Cl2 gives 2 NaCl. Order is 3. 2 FeCl3 plus SnCl2 gives SnCl4 plus 2 FeCl2. Here also order of reaction is 3. Now 2NO plus Br2 gives 2 NOBr. Here also rate equal to K, NO raised to 2, Br2 raised to 1. With reference to NO, order is 2. With reference to bromine, 1. So total order of reaction is 3. Now last point of the day, we know about it, Arrhenius equation. In the Arrhenius equation, K equal to A, E raised to minus A upon RT. When we increase the temperature, rate constant increases. So rate equal to K R raised to X. And whenever rate constant increases, rate of reaction increases. How can we say? We have to apply both sides linear. So linear A plus linear E, E raised to minus E upon RT. So minus EA upon RT. So you can see when we increase the temperature, so lower part is more. So actual value is very small. EA is divided by more value of temperature, so there will be low value, and low value subtract from A, so K will be high. If temperature is low, then this value is high, and higher value subtract from A, so K will be less. So when we decrease the temperature, K decreases. K decreases, the rate of reaction decreases. When we increase the temperature, then K increases. K increases means rate of reaction increases. Now what about EA? Activation energy whenever high of the reactant. So this part is the bigger part we are subtracting from linear A. So value of K will be decreases. K decreases means rate decreases. So in the reaction, whenever activation energy is low, is beneficial. EA is low means low part subtract from here, so K will be high. So in common we can say activation energy whenever high, K is low. Activation energy is low, then K is high. So rate of reaction will be high. Now In Arrhenius reaction, this part is our degree x. Boltzmann curve. Kinetic energy here at T temperature. At T plus 10, you can see at T temperature fraction is less. We know here this part EA. This part EA upon RT means having EA or more than EA kinetic energy having a degree of molecules. Yes, at T temperature having energy EA or more or less, this part. Only increasing 10 degree, so it became double. So rate of reaction. This type of molecule having low kinetic energy and intermediate, it's not taking part in reaction, not collide, but having EA or more EA, this part are taking part in the reaction, and reaction became faster. Now last, now how to get fraction which taking part in the reaction. How to get so X is the fraction which are capable to collide molecules having higher kinetic energy. E raised to minus E upon RT. Here both sides applied linear. Linear X is equal to linear E minus EA upon RT. This one, so EA upon RT. When we take in log, so 2.303 log X EA upon RT. So log X will be minus EA upon 2.303 RT. How much part degree is taking part in the reaction? We can define using this formula. And now temperature coefficient plus formula. Temperature coefficient is equal to K at T plus 10 degree and K at T degree Celsius. And value of N is lying down between 2 to 3. But in most of the case, we can take a value of N is 2. So it means when we increase temperature 10 degree, so rate constant became double. So rate of reaction also became double. Our concept of chemical kinetic is here over. We will discuss some MCQ in our next lecture. Till then, bye. Take care of yourself.